to headphones 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere in Arkansas. In my experience being a camera operators are like at the bottom. You know, they treat us like at the bottom. Everything is our fault. I hear from a lot of other camera operators that I was talking to, they also cramped up. Body was giving out due to dehydration. You know, they needed to have a couple minutes to themselves to recharge, you know. All in all, you know, regardless of what may occur at Streamer University, it just didn't work out between me and him. It was mutual. No hard feelings. I got a lot of love for him, and I hope it's mutual. Some advice that I would give for camera operators really is, you know, when you think you're prepared, you can always be more prepared. If you're going to be a full-time camera operator for a talent, especially of that caliber, be prepared to treat it like the mafia. Nothing comes before the mafia. Nothing comes before the talent. Your family, your mental, physical health, your errands, what you have to do at the house, talent comes first. You'll get a phone call at 1:30 that they need you at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and you are obligated to, you know, fulfill that. If you're going to be a full-time camera operator, I suggest you have a strong program that goes well with physical, having a strong relationship with God or whoever you believe with spiritually. Or this job can really take a toll on you, especially when you're in the middle of the limelight unintentionally. The haters and the trolls and the harassment can really get to your head, seriously. I'm grateful that, you know, I have a strong connection with God. I have a good, loving family back at home, and I have friends and colleagues that really care for me, and I care for them as well. So, you know, shout out to my family, shout out to, you know, other fellow cam operators and other friends that I have there, you know, supporting me and really checking in on me and giving me that source of hope, you know, because without them, I'd probably be. That's basically it. I just wanted to say some peace. I just wanted to speak out on it. I'm not here to disrespect people. I could easily go on a rant disrespecting a lot of people, talking and
I don't give a fuck, nigga. No, let me put this in your brain. No cameraman will ever make as much money as the nigga they're filming. When a McDonald's nigga, a nigga that's working at McDonald's, Checkers, In-N-Out, when they making them burgers, you think they think in their head, damn, bro, I don't want to make these burgers no more, because the nigga that owned In-N-Out, the nigga that worked hard as fuck to get to this point in his life to make this much money is making more than me. It's not fair. Oh, I made 20 burgers today, I need more money. No. It's not what it is. So I don't like how these fucking, this cameraman shit, y'all trying to diss niggas, but it's like, y'all don't understand, bro. Like, niggas that work for me, bro, as a cameraman, you live a beautiful life. You travel the world, you meet the coolest people in the world. Like, every nigga that ever worked for me will tell you that. You can't say that you don't. Niggas travel the world, see shit that you ain't even, you know what I mean? Just because you ain't getting paid a fucking $100,000 or whatever the fuck niggas expecting, that don't mean a nigga ain't spending damn near that much. You didn't have to cut me off. We were nothing. Your love should treat me like
YouTube, welcome back, gang, to another episode of Tay Wizzle Reactions. We just hit 250 subscribers, so we on our way to 300. Thanks to you all for tapping into the channel, showing y'all love and support, man. I can't thank you all enough. This would not be possible without you all. If you want to catch me live, go to tiktok.com/TayWizzle276 at 8 a.m. Twitch.tv/TayWizzleTV, Kick.com/TayWizzle at 5 p.m. every day except for Saturdays. You got any clips you want to send me? Want me to show on the channel or shout you out? Go ahead and drop them in the community. Or you can drop them in the DMs of any one of my social medias. Today, man, we got another crazy fucking video about DDG, man. DDG done pissed the people off again. But this time, it's pertaining to his cameraman. Now, for those of you who don't know, DDG just ran through about 3 cameramen in like the last 6 months. Now, it's different reasons why people believe these cameramen are being fired and hired so frequently. Some people speculating it's the pay, some people speculating it's the treatment, and some people speculating that it's the sheer hard work that you gotta put in that's invisible to the regular person's eyes. Yeah, see, us, we don't see, all we see is what's in front of the camera. And a lot of people don't stop to think what the person behind the camera goes through. In fact, that person is essentially responsible for what we see. That person is basically the reason why the content is happening. I say the talent is 50 cents, but the cameraman is 50% as well. And the first couple times these cameramen spoke out, DDG kind of didn't respond. He actually was gifting them. So it wasn't looking like he was taking offense. And besides, they was kind of bigging him up at that time. But now it seems like things has taken a totally different shift. Now I'm not sure if people was in the chat of the cameraman basically asking him what happened, but he definitely got to explain it. And all I'm gonna say is DDG is not looking too good for his audience. It's been reported that his audience has been in his ass since he spoke out. Now initially the cameraman took to his stream because all DDG former cameramen streams now. And that might be why DDG impose so many harsh conditions on his cameraman, because when he spoke about this previously, he stated that he basically wanted a cameraman that wasn't going to use him, be his cameraman for a little bit, then once they get clout of their own, they branch off to do their own thing. But whether that's the case or not, this time DDG responded. And normally when a person responds to allegations that's being put on them, it gives them a window to strategize and make their next move. Even though DDG is an experienced streamer when it comes to going back and forth publicly. But DDG didn't have that window opportunity this time, because when he responded, it seemingly made things worse. So before I lose myself in blabbering off, we're going to jump straight into the video, which is entitled excuse me. It's entitled This Just Backfired on DDG Today Badly. Video by Poetic Flacco. Shout out to bro. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. And as always, if you like the content, please don't be too shy to hit that like and subscribe button. Get notified when I drop a new video or when I'm updating y'all on the old one. And let's rock.
So this is completely backfiring on DDG and not going how he expected. So DDG did a live stream where he's responding back to one of his old employees, his cameraman, where the cameraman is complaining about how difficult it was working for DDG. DDG hopped on live stream to address the drama because he felt like he had to, due to the growing number of hate. Like, people were really like going off on DDG once they heard the cameraman speak out before even hearing his side. But once they heard his side, it just made them even angrier. So this is what the...
To headphones, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere in Arkansas. In my experience being a camera operator, camera operators are like at the bottom. You know, they treat us like at the bottom. Everything is our fault. I hear from a lot of other camera operators that I was talking to, they also cramped up. Body was giving out due to dehydration. You know, they needed to have a couple minutes to themselves to recharge, you know. All in all, you know, regardless of what may occur at Streamer University, it just didn't work out between me and him. It was mutual, no hard feelings. I got a lot of love for him, and I hope it's mutual. Some advice that I would give for camera operators really is, you know, when you think you're prepared, you can always be more prepared. If you're going to be a full-time camera operator for a talent, especially of that caliber, be prepared to treat it like the mafia. Nothing comes before the mafia. Nothing comes before the talent. Your family, your mental, physical health, your errands, what you have to do at the house, talent comes first.
I truly hope he's talking about the talent's expectation for the cameraman and not what he really believes. Because if he believes that cameraman work comes before your family or your physical and mental health, nothing comes before that at all. Now, this was DDG's cameraman at Streamer University, right? DDG had just hired him. There, he was supposed to be a long-term, permanent cameraman. But after Streamer University, it was so brutal. It was so cruel. His experience working for DDG, from his opinion, right, like was just so brutal and impossible to deal with that he had to quit immediately after Streamer University. Now, he would also say the problem was the pay.
You'll get a phone call at 1:30 that they need you at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and you are obligated to, fulfill that. If you're gonna be a full-time camera operator, I suggest you have a strong program that goes well with physical, having a strong relationship with God or whoever you believe with spiritually. This job can really take a toll on you, especially when you're in the middle of the limelight unintentionally. The haters and the trolls and the harassment can really get to your head, seriously. I'm grateful that, I have a strong connection with God. I have a good, loving family back at home, and I have friends and colleagues that really care for me, and I care for them as well. So, shout out to my family, shout out to, other fellow cam operators and other friends that I have there, supporting me and really checking in on me and giving me that source of hope, because without them, I'd probably be. That's basically it. I just wanted to say some peace. I just wanted to speak out on it. I'm not here to disrespect people. I could easily go on a rant disrespecting a lot of people, talking and making fun.
That straight sounded like indentured servitude. That sounded like, this man was a servant. Now, when this dude came forward with his story of working for DDG, people latched onto it because this is about like the third or fourth cameraman that has quit, and they've quit abruptly too. Like the last one before him, like they just ain't show up for their last shift, and they quit like 5 minutes before they were supposed to do their shift with DDG.
Right. I don't know how many cameramen this is, third or the fourth one, because I think the first one was the one who quit and started streaming, and the mother was like, "Oh, why didn't you put in a 2 weeks notice?" But something definitely is going on over there that's not like right, because like, why is all these cameramen quitting like this? Like, what the fuck do DDG got going on over there?
Right, and he got a lot of backlash for it. He quit to be a streamer too. The only like cameraman that quit on good terms is Johnny, because Johnny kind of had more motion as like a streamer, and DDG understood that he needed to quit to be a streamer. But this is outrageous. This is absurd. This is really, really, really terrible, bro. This is bad. And people latched onto it and they believed it because, again, other cameramans have quit abruptly, all right? And other cameramans have complained about how much they was getting paid. So people just recognized a pattern here and was calling DDG out on it. So DDG went live to kind of try to get ahead of the backlash. And this did not help his case at all, not one bit, especially once people found out a ballpark of what he was paying these dudes.
Yeah, I know I'm back without, I don't know why this is funny. I'm back without a cameraman. And I seen some shit, bro. And when I seen some shit, and it made me be like, I made the right decision, bro. I hate when niggas do that shit, bro. And then, one thing I don't fuck with about this cameraman shit, right? Is niggas will indirectly try to diss working for me. But niggas was so excited. Like, that shit be blowing me, bro. Like, you don't know how much cameraman's paid. Tell him how much he was paid at this point, bro. Like,
I don't know how people found out the exact pay. Like, I don't know if the cameraman was leaking it to these really, really big clip pages. But the big clip pages, multiple of them began to post how much DDG was paying his cameraman. He was paying him $3,000 a month. Now, $3K a month is nothing to sneeze at. $3K a month is, a decent salary for somebody fresh out of high school. However, in this economy while living in California and LA, $3,000 a month is outrageous. It's crazy. Now, the work days were about 4 to 5 hours because that's how long DDG streams on average, like 4 to 5 hours. And DDG claims he was like taking care of the food, the travel, et cetera, et cetera. But still, bruh, $3,000 a month is outrageous. All right, outrageous. Now, DDG believes that this is a fair amount, according to him, because they're just all they're doing is just capturing the movement. They're doing right, left, right, left, right, left. And he believes the job is really easy and it's not a job that's like demanded. So because it's such an easy job, they could do the 5 hours a day and then go back and do something else to supplement the income difference.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. No, let me put this in your brain. No cameraman will ever make as much money as the nigga they're filming. When a McDonald's nigga, a nigga that's working at McDonald's, Checkers, In-N-Out, when they making them burgers, you think they think in their head, damn, bro, I don't want to make these burgers no more because the nigga that owned In-N-Out, the nigga that worked hard as fuck to get to this point in his life to make this much money is making more than me. It's not fair. Oh, I made 20 burgers today. I need more money.
I like DDG, I do, but this was such a big mistake because nothing he's saying is relatable. Like no normal person with an average job or normal life is watching this and thinking, oh, poor DDG. And also it's because like nobody is listening to this and believing it, right? Like nobody believes like the cameraman was asking to get paid 6 figures a month or $1 million a month. Like nobody truly believes that these cameramen were asking to get paid the exact same as DDG. Like that's not even fathom. No, like that's not true at all. What they were asking was probably to get paid what they believe they're worth, right? Probably getting paid 5, 8,000, 9,000, 10, like 10K a month. Maybe they were asking for that regard because they feel like, man, if you bring in about $300,000 a month off this Twitch stuff or this Kick stuff,
what's 10?
10K a month is fair for the person filming all the content. Right. Maybe 10K a month is OD, but I think like there was like wiggle room right there to negotiate, like, right? Like I don't feel like making the money and then taking all of it and then hoarding it is the right way to conduct business, especially if the employees don't know what you're making, then cool. But if the employee who essentially is responsible for all the content knows exactly how much you're making and you're penny pinching and you're paying him like less than like market value, that's just not a good strategy, right? It's always going to end bad.
Then you see like everybody keep quitting on you, and whether they telling you what's the reason why they quitting, you know, or you hear that it's because of pay. So you should just bump your pay up anyway, but you want to be stubborn and defend it, why you paying them so low, why you underpaying them. That's crazy though.
But DDG don't see it that way. DDG see it as if they should be grateful for the opportunity because one to get to be around a bunch of celebrities, and he feels like the work is just not hard, right? I feel like this all boils down to DDG just don't respect the craft. He just don't respect the craft of being a cameraman. He feels like anybody can be a cameraman. He even brought up in one of his examples, like at Streamer University, like Kai Cenat took over like the cameraman job for like 5 minutes and Kai did a better job. Well, Kai Cenat has been doing content for years. So Kai is probably not the best examples because Kai understands angle, Kai understands content more than anybody else in the world, right? But he just don't respect the craft. So when people hear him complain as a multi-millionaire about how his cameraman don't want to get paid $3K above, people just can't get with it, bro.
No. It's not what it is. So I don't like how this cameraman shit, y'all trying to diss niggas, but it's like, y'all don't understand, bro. Like, niggas that work for me, bro, as a cameraman, you live a beautiful life. You travel the world, you meet the coolest people in the world. Like, every nigga that ever worked for me will tell you that. You can't say that you don't. Niggas travel to see shit that you ain't even, you know what I mean? Just because you ain't getting paid a fucking $100,000 or whatever the fuck niggas expecting, that don't mean a nigga ain't spending damn near that much. Flying niggas across the world, putting niggas in nice ass hotels, Airbnbs, feeding niggas, Boy, I'm a great boss, nigga. I feed my cameraman, y'all. All this shit online where we be joking and shit like cameraman don't eat. No, niggas, if nigga we go to Steak 48, you think I'ma tell my cameraman to go to In-N-Out? No, nigga, get a Wagyu. Fuck it. I'm rich as hell, nigga. But I'm not finna go above and beyond paying a motherfucker just because I'm making more money. It makes no sense. This is a business. That's not how businesses work. Just because you're an individual, it doesn't mean that I don't operate like a business. You feel me? Daryl is broke. But the company DDG is doing very great. That's what cameramen need to do. Separate yourself from the individual. This is a business. Okay? It's a fun job. You don't travel the world working at retail jobs. You go and do the same shit every goddamn day. Boring. With me, cool. France, Italy, everywhere around the world. Meet the coolest people. Boom, 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 boom. I just don't like, I've been seeing just too many clips and shit, and that shit been blowing me, bro. And I'm like, all right. Niggas is really like downplaying this shit like it's a terrible fucking job, bro.
There were a small percent of people who, up until this point, may have still been on DDG's side. They may have heard of $3K a month and says, I could work with that. I still get to travel, right? Cool. But he absolutely lost the last ounce of support he had left. He completely lost it. Like he lost it completely once he admitted what the job entails. Once he admitted what he requires from you for that $3K a month. See, once he broke down to the average person what he will require from you once you get the job, people thought, bro, you done lost your mind, bro. $3K a month, no. $3K a month should never demand what DDG is asking from somebody, bro.
Don't apply if you don't stay in LA. If you don't stay in LA, it's over with. I'm sorry. That's the truth. If you stay in LA, it's done. This is not for you. Watch the stream. That's it. Do not pull up. Because if I fuck around and pick you and you tell me you stay in fucking Alaska, I'ma crash. All right? Everybody gonna need their IDs. I need to know address. I need to know who your mama is, your daddy is, everybody. Where you stay at. You must stay in LA. You must have a fucking car. If you don't have a car, it's chops. I'm not waiting on you to Uber. If you stay too far from me, it's chops. I might call you at 3 in the morning. Yeah. I might call you at 3 in the morning. I need somebody. Hello?
If I'm required to be on demand for somebody, on demand, meaning you call me at 3 a.m. in the morning and I have to wake up and come to my job. And I never know when that call is coming. The call will come at 1 a.m. in the morning or 3 a.m. And if I'm asleep, I got to wake up to come to you. I feel like at the very least, you can compensate me above minimum wage. I feel like at the very least, man, you should compensate me something to where I don't need another job. Minimum because with $3K a month, I'm going to need another job. So I feel like at the very least, if you want me to be on demand, compensate me with a salary to where I don't need to be at another job. But if you are requiring on-demand servitude, $3K a month is outrageous, bro. And, bro, people called him out on it, bro. Everybody was on Twitter going at DDG for this, bro.
We're going to stop the video right there because from that point on, Flack will just keep talking and basically saying everything we needed to see. But I'm not even going to lie. At first, I was like, maybe the cameraman is overreacting, but nah. And that's one of the things I was explaining in the beginning of the video. Bro, people that's not behind the camera and that's not there don't understand what the cameraman has to do and what they got to go through. So hearing it from his perspective out of his own mouth, that's a lot of work. And it actually sounds way more difficult than streaming. Because people might think streaming is fun. I mean, it is at times depending on the content, but it's stressful too. But I can't believe he said, I can't believe he even using the perks of the job or some of the things that might be the reasons why people would want to take the job, which don't have nothing to do with the job description might I, add. But he using the perks as a reason to cut they pay. Like, how you gonna do that? You travel, they travel the world, and bro, you should pay for traveling, hotel, and food, bro. It's literally a part of the job. You acting like they going to have fun or going on vacation. No, they going to work. They not even going to have as much fun as you because they finna work. That's just like streamers getting booked for something and the promoter like, all right, you know what, we're gonna give you 80,000, but we're gonna give you 20 because you feel me. I mean, we just thought about it like you already coming to a crowd, you feel what I'm saying, you getting paid from that, you gonna have a bigger fan base by the end of the show. Like what? Like, bro, that comes with it. And then when people be booking shows, bro, a lot of times transportation is negotiated. Certain essentials is already negotiated, that like that's in the package. But then if you saying, and then it's still contradicting though, because if you saying basically like, oh, you not paying them because you not paying them near 100,000 because you spend near 100,000 on them. Well, if the money you spending on them is not genuine, it's not a gift, then they paying it. You taking from they pay. I can see if you were still paying them and paying for, everything that you saying you paying for. Well, the expenses. Then that'd be something to boast about. But I feel like that should be included in like the cameraman's job description. Like, yo, you gotta pay for this type of shit. Like the cameraman not telling you to go to Paris and meet the Uzi Vert. You went. The cameraman probably don't even want to go, but I gotta go to film you. So I just don't even understand that at all. But they like literally though food. But bro, like I said once again, if you taking their pay to pay for food and shit, then they paying for that shit they self. So how dare you say, oh, you paying for this and you paying for that, bro? They paying for their own shit still. Is you cutting they pay to pay for it? So I wonder what would happen if you go to them, if they go to DDG and say, you know what, I don't need you to pay for my food, and you know what I mean, shit like that. Would he up to pay then? I personally believe, like, bro, the way he act about money, he probably, if it was his choice, he wouldn't pay him shit. He'd be like, bro, the job already fun for enough for y'all and this, that, and third, so y'all don't need no money. If that was legal, he would do it. I truly believe that, and I fucks with DDG. But it just seemed like he got worse, bro. Like, it seemed like he got worse, and I just really don't know what's going on over there. But I can just imagine, just like Flacco said, bro, it's like you being a servant or a slave. Because he basically telling you, like, bro, I need to know. Now, especially now, he made it more strict. He need to know who you is, who your peoples is, your background, your bloodline, your criminal history, your goddamn resident history, your billing history. He wants your credit score. He wants your driving record. And you gotta be available whenever he call for whatever type of content. Can't get mad if you end up being a part of the content, even if you don't want to. And you basically doing whatever he say, whenever he said. I don't know what that sounds like to y'all, but to me, that sounds bad. And it's crazy. I want to go back to what the cameraman said, how like he was feeling stressed and like a bunch of pressure from people because like when something go wrong on the stream, they always blame the cameraman no matter what. And that's crazy because I done heard like multiple cameramen say that. I even think like I can't remember which streamer it was, but him and his cameraman kind of like was ready to get into an argument on stream about a fuck up, but they waited and talked about it off camera. But that be the chat though, like unless that's directly the streamer, like yo, why you fuck this up? Like what? Fuck up what? Only way the cameraman can fuck up is if they not catching the stream, they hit a button and turn the shit off. They not getting right angles. It's pertaining to their work though, but how would you doing your job fuck up a stream? Now, what it could be is that, like, oh, the idea didn't get the reaction the streamer wanted, so they blame it on the streamer. On the cameraman. So in all sense, the way he's explaining it, bro, being a cameraman, not fun as you would think, especially like for a popular, streamer. It's more stressful than fun. You feel me? I'm guessing because of the extensive work that you gotta do and the requirements. So once again, DDG should raise the pay because one of the reasons why he say he don't pay that much is because the job is already fun. Well, from their take in their perspective, well, the job is not fun. And you heard every cameraman said, "Oh, bro, like it was stressful, they was exhausted." Roughly same things along the lines of what Johnny just said. So, but y'all let me know down in the comments, man. Let me know down in the comments if you think DDG right or he wrong for paying them $3,000 a month. And keep in mind all of the things that he require because that's really the main argument. And then let me know, would you accept $3,000 a month being DDG's cameraman? Not anybody cameraman, but DDG's. And the reason why I'm specifying him is because like he got a lot of expectations from his cameraman. His cameraman would be expected to, just do more than a regular streamer's cameraman. And I hope it is some cameraman out there that's watching this that's gonna respond because I definitely want to know from like a real cameraman standpoint. Like, is that $3,000? Is that even like normal? Like in the cameraman industry? Like, is that a normal salary? Like, cause if you ask me, it sounds like the minimum basic salary cameramen get. Sound like the minimum salary, but you feel me? Like entry level streamers, like, oh, I'm gonna pay you $3,000 a month, or you know what I'm saying, or entry like low level streamers that's getting paid. But yeah, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. If you like the content, beat that like button up for me. And if you made it this far in the video, please don't be too shy to subscribe. Get notified when I drop a new video or when I'm updating y'all on the old one. I know we just hit 250 subscribers. Thanks to you all tapping in. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all endlessly. But once again, thank you. If you want to catch me live, go to tiktok.com/taywizard276 at 8 a.m. Or you can go to twitch.tv/taywizardtv at 5 p.m. kick.com/taywizard at 5 p.m. every day except for Saturdays. You got any clips you want to send me, want me to show on the channel or shout you out, go ahead, drop that in the community right here on YouTube, or you can drop it in the DMs of any one of my social media platforms. This has been another episode of Tay Wizzle Reactions, man. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. Bro been on a motherfucking epic run this year as well. Shout out to Dummy. And I still got work to do, so I'm going to see you guys on the next video, man. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.